Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles, the elders, GMS. Peace, salutations, blessings to Akim, labor is true. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Alright, So, I titled this lesson, Christian church, wicked behavior, something along them lines that I'm going to get into it. And just, you're going to bring out this different, precepts. So I Lord willing, through the Spirit, through the Kwakadash, I used to be edifying, So let's see here. So, a lot of us brethren, Akim, was, members of, Christian faith or whatever it may have been, other religion or something at some point in time or whatever it was. But, through the Spirit and power, how about Shemina Shah, we've all been led into this light, into the truth. Alright? And, I ate the water how about Shemina Shah. Because you can't make these other doctrines make sense. Alright? And you just look at the history of the deception of the wicked themselves. Was it Job 9:24? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The power of the earth is in the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge thereof. So we already know that the rulers of the current time we in, that little season. All right, Esau, the wicked, in power. And he gonna rule by deception and by the sword. And these devils, they try to cover every angle, all the way to the point of plantation Christianity, so-called Catholic Church, these weirdo religions, the Pope, you know what I mean? They got some wicked ass religion, if you want to call it that, practices that they do, here in this earth, under the rulership of the wicked, but for the most part, we just stick to the this plantation Christianity, all right, because you got different breeds of plantation Christianity. You got you come as you are. God love everybody. God don't hate. God don't kill. Yada yada. Just speaking on emotion, So that the elder apostle Tahar going into that emotions, and that's basically the most part of the population. All right, for the most part, these people be on basing shit on their emotions, But you see that a lot in a lot of these Christianity church, Christian, so-called Christian churches. I was speaking at the end of the day, they and most of them run by Edomites most likely. So they just falling after traditions of men, falling after their daddy was a pastor, their grandpa or whatever, all the way back to the fucking slavery days. You know what I mean? Like these devils, especially ones that been living off their land, their daddy's land on down. You know what I mean? So, but I'm going to get into scripture lock. I'm going to ramble. This Proverbs chapter 14 verse 12 said, I'll start verse 11. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown. And Esau going to be overthrown, Alright? Say, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. Alright, and if we're that hopeful elect, then we're going to flourish. Lord guide us in these times, But this is the point right here, verse 12. So there is a way which seemeth right unto a man. Alright, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And you coming, like I said, we was on, whatever we was in, religion, yada yada. And like scripture saying, had a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge or whatever it may have been. But we had some zeal for the Most High, not according to knowledge, but we, like from my just speaking on myself here, like, hey, I heard the gospel, preached here and there a little bit, and but hey, just the Spirit, never really led me to take hold fast to it until Yahweh Shah led me into the truth, into the brothers, on the YouTube and whatnot, and that's my little testimony there. But as for everybody else whom are offering these bugged out doctrines or whatever it is, hey, they preaching that what's it called, the feel good doctrine, that prosperity doctrine, hey, and they tell you all these good things. It's like scriptures say what they say unto them, prophesy deceits, speaking lie, whatever. Roughly paraphrasing, I butchered that, but that's the mindset of these people. They don't want to hear the truth if it's too hard to bear for them. All right. But anyways, let me get to this little story here, because this was it happened a little, I guess, 2 while back, but I seen it and I was, and the Spirit just hit me to make a little video on this just now. So, but this was out of a local small surrounding town, one of these little small country, like Edomite towns, only maybe 40,000, 50,000 people, in a little town where. But this is the story. It says, Claremore Church mentor found guilty on child sex abuse charges. All right, so again, here he is. You got which appears to be an Edomite, most likely, with the type of behavior. You know what I mean? Just to get preset on that, and I'll come back. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. So lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel meat sold his birthright. Alright, but the point there, hey, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. Alright, for the most part, the wickedness that's taking place upon this earth is done by no other than Uncle E, Esau Edom. Alright, and you tell me. So just from the headline here, all right. What's wrong with this? It said Claremore Church mentor. All right. First of all, the church. All right, mentor. So this dude's supposed to be he's supposed to be involved with the church. He's supposed to be a mentor. That means ministering to younger people, most likely, or whatever. At the end of the day, it say found not guilty on child sex abuse charges. They found these devils not guilty. Led by Jake, and they were found guilty. I done read into the story. I can read a little bit, but basically there was 3 little young boys that all went to his house and made reports saying he was trying to touch him, getting close, being weirdo with them. You know what I mean? And they let this dude go. All right, and the precept come to mind would say he is not in trouble like other men. All right, let me get that real quick if I can find it. Cause these devils, this is their time. They're not in trouble. Let's see. I'm going to start here. This is a Psalms chapter 73. I said verse 3, 4. This is King David. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So for there is no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. So they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. All right, why? Because again, it goes back to the time of this is Esau's time. This is the wicked rule, the wicked reign. All right, Job 9:24. Earth is getting to the hand of the wicked. All right. So, therefore, these devils, knowing the spirit, who they is and who who Jake is. All right. It don't matter. You be onto like a speckled bird, Israelite foreigner. But if you get outcast by, whatever race you appear to be, you know what I mean? A good portion, a good chance you fall on them curses, then, you might be an Israelite, especially you hearken to the word that's true. You know what I mean? Because these devils, it's like scripture say, hey, they are not in trouble as other men. All right? These devils, hey, they prospering. It don't matter. All right? They prosper. All this, Israelites, Jakes, hey, going through hell, man. Whatever, whichever way, one way or another, all the hopeful elect, are catching hell. It say, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptations. We being tried, our flesh, we trying to combat the flesh. All right, but at the end of the day, what scripture say, he that is in you, is stronger than the world. Roughly paraphrasing that, we got Yahweh from outside. All right, and that's stronger than this world. Let's find that. Oh my God. Yeah, 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. So ye are of the Most High, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And hey, through Spirit Power Shah, the Lord have mercy upon us, coming into this light. That's us overcoming this world. Rehearsing righteous acts. Coming back into the remembrance of the ways. Yahweh Shema Shah, the best of our abilities, and basically, like say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Was that Micah 2:10? Hey, the Lord pulled us into this truth, and we have arisen. All right, and we are mentally and spiritually departed from this wicked place. All right, this wicked world under the rulership of Esau. Okay, and we know this is the last rulership before the kingdom of heaven. Yahweh shall return and the kingdom be established. All right, but we know that there's a lot of time. There's some tribulation to come, but the hope for the elect is gonna be hedged. by Yahushua Shah. So, hey, Lil Will, we be at part of that lit. It's a lot. I'm trying to get back on topic here. I know I kind of jumped off. But back to this little headline. Hey, this fucking devil, man. Look at this dude. And you look at some of these devils, like, you know, your Sleepy Joes, you know, fuck, man, them elites, the, you know, Rothschild, the fucking ugly-ass devil-looking motherfucker. You know what I mean? Hey, these motherfuckers look creepy as shit. And you got, you know, they unexpecting, you know, dumbass parents, people leaving their kids with these old Edomites. You know what I mean? Hey, it's bugged out, man. These people through out here, they trust. Hey, that just goes to show you, you know, it said 2 Corinthians chapter 4, you know, verse 3 and 4. Hey, the God of this world had them blind, man. To a point they trust these devils, you know. But yeah, this was so it said he was arrested in 2018 for sexual abuse 3 children in his Claremore church. All right, it say court documents was a 12, 10-year-old, 8-year-old Cedar Point Church, 2016. Said they say how he would take them hiking to the mall and museums and swimming at the Claremore Rec Center. He would also have the boys spend the night at his home the night before church breakfasts. The victims told investigators, John said things like, "This is our secret and you shouldn't tell your mother. And if you tell anyone about what happened last night, your mom might get hurt." Hey, it wasn't saying it to the headline though. Found not guilty. You gotta be hey, fucking devils, man. You got 3 motherfucking accusers. You know what I mean? See, it said down here, it said children separately reported that the dude Buckland took them swimming at the wreck, touched them repeatedly on their private parts while in the pool. Authorities reported these assaults happened in the pool at Buckland's house and in his car. 8-year-old report happened in the pool at Buckland's house. Documents show one of the boy's mothers learned about the incidents after his son made suicidal threats. Hey, motherfucker, hey, they're most likely a little Edomite. Hey, you know he got touched on by the old dude, and he going through it. You know what I mean? He's saying, and that's a sickness that, you know, there's a lot of sick motherfuckers out here. You know, and that's, at the end of the day, you know, that, man, let's say, Proverbs 29, when the wicked bear rule, people mourn. Alright? Say, anyway, say he could no longer wear his favorite underwear. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Hey, what? I never even got this far on this. You know, man, I don't know what the hell what it say. It says, Buckland would repeatedly text the letters SM. She says her son would always make up words that started with letters until she convinced him to tell her the meaning was sex machine with a game of hangman. Wow. Anyway, that's that little story there, man. Just the sickness, man. And you got these people that gather in these fucking harlot houses. And this is what this takes place. All right. Not only that, they ain't getting no wisdom, knowledge, understanding. So basically, hey, the blind lead the blind. So I mean, they just leading, you know, headed straight for destruction at the end of the day. These motherfuckers ain't talking about nothing. You ain't what say the spirit of prophecy in Revelation was at chapter 19. You know, how shy the spirit of prophecy, you know, roughly paraphrasing that. Let me see where I was. Matthew chapter 15. Matthew chapter 15. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 3. This is Yahushua speaking to the scribes and Pharisees. All right, it said, but he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandment of the Most High by your traditions? Like it. For the Most High commands, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die to death. But you say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, but whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, saying, honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the command of the Most High of none effect by the traditions of ye hypocrites. What the Isaiah prophesied, are you saying that these people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Obviously, Uncle E over here in that little church with them 3 boys, it sounded like he drawn nigh to the Lord in that little harlot house, with his mouth. But honestly, his heart ain't of the Lord. If he acting that way to men in general, but not only that, little boys. That's a sick, twisted individual. That's a fucking devil. Alright? And you got you got people like this throughout everywhere. Schools, little kids' schools. You know what I mean? Little places, like they say, shut the door, I'm doing video. Hey, shut the door. The rec center, churches. Hey, man, go on. Shut the door. It's a lock, yeah. Alright. But that's another thing. These devils are sly with their tongue. You know what I mean? Speaking sideways and shit. Want to say he speaking smooth, his words as smooth as butter. And just speaking on my side, man, it's hard for me to, I had an old cousin, well, he ain't really a cousin, whatever, cousin by marriage or something, but, old cowboy, dude, kind of, old welder, whatever, but he always, he knew my dad and shit. I never got a chance to meet my dad, and I worked with him, hung out with him, and we run around a few times. And he when I was struggling with, society and shit, he'd always tell me, you gotta fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? But that's, hey, these devils, hey, that's they fucking DNA, man. They out here faking. Deceiving. Alright? As I say, he coming out of wounds speaking lies, which that going to, was it Esau coming out of bottomless pit. But hey, these devils is born speaking lies. You know what I mean? Twofold. It say, verse 9, but in vain but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Alright? And that's exactly what you got going on. These devils completely botched the Bible. Alright? They don't have no understanding. Man, completely is off, man. The shit they come with, you gotta be high to believe that shit. Most of us was, you know what I mean? Alright, but hey, the warrior help us from our side. We a little less to the light. Alright, and hey, Lord will, hey, we endure to the end, Lord will be the hopeful elect. But the Lord had opened our eyes to see, what is and what isn't. Well, everybody else, like I say, the blind leaders of the blind lead the blind, and where they gonna end up, and that ditch. It's Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. Because if it was after Yahweh Shema Shai, you won't see the shit that's the rudiments of the world. What do you see in the world? Complete and utter wickedness, complete and utter abominations by being pushed, starting with these devils in power, pushing everything that they push. You know, there ain't enough alphabets in this Edomite language to cover all the wickedness these devils done and continue to do. But hey, they got that judgment, that the wicked reserve. You know, hey, these devils reserved for that judgment. All right, you know, and those who survive in these other countries, and those who down in them them little bunkers or whatever, as soon as the elect come down, them devils get round up. You know. First Timothy, chapter 1, verse also verse 9. It say, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man. All right, and being righteous, it start with what the renewing of your mind. You know, what say put off that old man. You know. So I get that real quick. I think it's Romans chapter I want to say 11. I'm not sure. See 11 and 8. No, that's not. That's real. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 22. So that you put off concerning the former conversation, that word conversation goes into the manner of life. All right, so I say when it's talking about Lot was vexed with the just Lot, because he was just, was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. He was vexed by the filthy behavior that was going on around him in Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's why in Revelation, you know, America Babylon the Great is also referred to spiritual Sodom and Egypt. You know, because of the sodomitish behavior going on, and also the bondage. You know, Egypt referring to, slavery. All right, it's Ephesians chapter 4 verse 22 that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man. All right, this is this is what we are instructed to do coming into this truth. You know, put off that old man, and that involves, putting off the ways of the world, putting off, the pleasures of the flesh, the lust of the flesh, which, hey, brothers, hey, the Lord is trying us in every, all different levels. Some brothers, might have, dealing with, things of the world, dealing with things of the flesh. What it is, it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle, that spirit and the flesh. All right, but our mentality, our mindset, through the spirit power of Shashai is to do right. Okay, and we are hearkening to this word. Therefore, we are, not dwelling so much in the world. Though we are in the world, we're dwelling in the heavens. I say, rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. You know what I mean? We're looking for what is to come. All right. It say, the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt, because we was all corrupt before we come to this truth. You know what I mean? And being in this flesh, we still corrupt. But, what it say, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. All right, that's where it start. In your mind. Let's see, what was let's lock you. First Timothy chapter 1, verse 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for the unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind. And you see, you know what I mean? And we're seeing this. All right, there's a lot of. We know Esau. All the murders and killing he done did. History of these devils. All right, but we've seen these whoremongers. And these those who defile themselves with mankind on a whole new level. Here lately, it say, for men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that's contrary to the sound doctrine, according, according to the glorious gospel, the blessed power, which was committed to my trust, and I thank Hamashiach Yahshua, our Lord, who hath enabled me for that he counted me faithful, putting me into the ministry. Hey, that's in that kind of the step we coming in, and we thankful that the Lord Yahshua showed us this the truth, the light. All right, because the times we coming into it is essential. I think a couple precepts, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge to build their times. If we paraphrasing what Sirach chapter 5 verse 7, make no turn to turn to the Lord for no security. That should be destroyed and perish. Without Yahweh Shine, without this truth, you man, it ain't looking good. Say verse 13, who was a blasphemer and a persecutor and injurious, but I obtained mercy because I did ignorantly in unbelief. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much the point there. I don't think that's the precept I was wanting, but let's see what we got here. Hey, Shalom, Habashan Shabrakathon, to all the Akim, Akhwatim, believers, the wall to the Akim for the precepts. Let's see what we got here. This is the brother Prince Yahweh, 9, Psalms chapter 14, verse 3. So they are going aside, they are all together become filthy. There is none that do it good, no, not one. And they're going, another precept for that, what it say, when the whole head is sick, you know what I mean? For the most part, hey, why it's gonna be a bigger number of Israelites that it's gonna be destroyed than that's gonna be, saved. The 2/3 and the 1/3. All right. They're falling after the ways of Esau, Edom. They're falling after, the traditions of men. Their own their own they're leaning on their own understanding. Proverbs chapter 3. All right. It's like it started with at Proverbs 14. There's a way that seemeth right to a man, but the end thereof is the ways of death. All right. So many, the majority ain't going to get it on, get it. But hey, little women, all of us, brothers, all right, little, brothers, sisters, Lord willing, hey, Yahweh shall have mercy upon us, and we are that hopeful number. All right, Prince Yahweh, 9, Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Can Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? They may ye also do good that's accustomed to evil. That's right. And we about to see it. We about to see these devils show their true colors. What Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. Speak as a lamb. How's it go? How'd it go? Man, I have to get it. And also, Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Hey, we about to see this devil come down with that great wrath. Why? Because he has a short time. Right? It's that little season. He's loose for that little season. That little season has an end date. Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. Behold, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So these devils, that 2 horns like a lamb, was that going to the old system these devils had, patricians and the publicans, or it's like the patricians and the plebeians, which modern day would be the Republicans and the Democrats. All right, so this it goes back to ancient Roman Empire. All right, and they got it set up like that again. That's why this is Rome 2.0. Okay, you see all that Rome, symbolism, Rome symbols, and same kind of behavior, same kind of system they got set up. All right, say yeah, he spake as a dragon. So we about to see these devils, like I said, Revelation 12:12, come out that great wrath, and they speaking like a dragon. All right, you got eyes to see, ears to hear. The laws they passing, hey, it's about to be, it's about to be so bad here. And these devils, everything going on, the famine's coming. Hey, that pale horse, Revelation, Salakia, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16, the Revelation will talk about that pale horse. That time we're coming to Jacob trouble, begins sorrows. All right, and the only way out, all right, especially if you're over here in America bound on great, is if you're that elect, is if you help us Shai find you worthy to be numbered. Hey, Lord will, we is. But the precept on that, Sirach chapter 2, verse 10, and we trust in the Lord. Yahweh Shai let us here. Proverbs 3 and 5, verse 6, trust in the Lord and lean on our own understanding, acknowledge him in all our ways, and he shall direct our paths. All right, we lean on the Lord. The Lord directing our paths. That's the mindset. Cause we all here, we all at this, we all in this arena, the arena of the truth. All right, and it's a narrow path. And you look around at these other arenas, and they're all wide. We'll say though, that wide gate lead to that destruction. All right, there'll be many there that find it. Yeah, brother Prince Yahweh, Proverbs chapter 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Hey, man, and one of them's that lying tongue. You know what I mean? Man. Same brother, Prince Yahweh, Psalms 109:2. For the mouth of the wicked, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with the lying tongue. And you break down that word devil, what is it? What is it going to? Accuser of thy brethren or deceiver? Okay? If you broke down that word to anybody with a little common sense. If you say, okay, this is what the word devil translates into, Greek and Greek, Hebrew understanding, yada yada. Accuser of thy brethren, deceiver. All right, you show that's what it means. And then you look at the history of the rulership of these devils. Since the 1400s, 1500s. Once these devils come back in power, started Renaissance. All the way till now. Who's deceiving these nations? All right, who's been accusing our brethren? It ain't no fucking you ain't gotta be blind to understand the unbalanced so-called justice that these devils, have. All right, well, mainly, they putting Jake in prison. They shooting more Jakes than anybody. Just like brothers, go into. You had that little Edomite devil up in Buffalo, little 18-year-old young motherfucking devil. But hey, it's the spirit of vengeance. I had a little put that spirit on him, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But he had this little devil go in there and just fucking open up. He had guns, all kinds of shit. He was like a little army dude. Fucking play too much Call of Duty or something. And these motherfuckers didn't so much as put a scratch on the motherfucker. You had Jake in there, you got Jake in a car, not stopping, and they get shot. Alright? You got Esau running up in motherfucker. Hey, they fucking unloading on Jake, and they come out and but it's just like that priest I got too, he's not in trouble as his other men. There you go. All right, and these devils, hey man, if you a Jake, if you no matter how you look, what you a Jake, you done felt I can't think of the word, you done felt the hate from these devils, all right? And also those who join hand in hand with them, See his brother in his likeness, Yasha'Allah, Psalm chapter 10 verse 2. The wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek out of the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. That's fire precept. And that, and that's exactly how these devils, that's their mindset. All right? They ain't seeking out the way of the Lord. I guarantee you go to some of these so-called pastors in these little plantation Christianity, these harlot houses, and you get to trying to, you're a pastor from a church, hey, open the Bible fucking, and just start, hey, precept, what's that? These devils are going to hit the door. You try to go to church, they kick your ass out. Hey, they might get you whacked. You know what I mean? You fucking with their money. Get your old fucking ass out. Hey. But as I say, the wicked, they ain't gonna seek out the ways. They ain't gonna seek out the Most High, and you can clearly see that because these devils don't give a damn. They make up their own shit. You got these. Yeah, I'm sure the brothers and sisters seen a video where where that chick was talking about that little 17-second clip the brother had posted where the chick was talking about something about a dude that turned into a chick, and something about getting pregnant. And the chick was like, yeah, that's, she liked that idea. And the same thing about, abortion. She feel like it's her body, their body, their choice. They can do what they want with their own body. Well, at the end of the day, you gotta understand the Lord controls. Yeah, the Lord give you the spirit, give you this body. And you go on and doing like these devils, you defile that temple. All right, especially you go to the fucking extremes of having surgery done to change, something about yourself, but not just that. I understand, his brother, his sister, someone had some money, had fucked up, nose before they come to truth, maybe get a little nose job or something. You know what I mean? But even then, it's kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's not how the Lord made him, But hey, these people ain't on that level. All the way to the point where they gonna say the Lord, as I say, he had that priest said, he had no understanding. Who framed me? That's what these devils are saying. That's these devils, trying to say, the Lord, trying to, I just be devils at the end of the day. All right. But we know the end of it. We ain't got too much more. Hey, Lord willing, it ain't looking like there ain't too much more time left for these devils to and all those who do wickedly and fall at the ways of the wicked. It ain't looking like there ain't gonna be too much time left. Everybody better start catching hell. And we know that what's Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6 and 7. At that time Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out. Hey, the Lord gonna preserve the elect. Everybody else about to get fucked up. And that's just speaking, that's just telling like it is. And Lord will, we are the elect.